What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I hope you are enjoying the E3 festivities and all of the potential good news for the gaming community, whether you're into the AAA big-timey releases or some of the more independent releases that we've seen, or even some of the mobile games, dare I say it. There's something for everyone at every year's E3 for as long as it continues to run, although I expect it to continue to get smaller every year. The big event, obviously, the big takeaway, the biggest epic gaming moment of E3 was, of course, the Microsoft presentation, which featured the unveiling of Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk 2077, as well as the actual on-site unveiling of a global release date of next April by Keanu himself, the universally beloved actor. Entered the stage, talked about things being breathtaking, the guy in the crowd yelling, "You're breathtaking!" It was just one of the best moments I've experienced in a while in terms of gaming news. And of course, gamers can't have anything. If you don't have anything interesting to say, you must have a hot take that is, meme-worthy. You must bait gamers into reading your articles. However, I believe as commentators here on YouTube, myself and my peers, Upper Echelon Gaming or Downward Thrust or Legacy or Clean Prince Gaming, these guys, more and more people are learning to link the archive link. I think that a lot of these websites have baited YouTube commentators for a long time into sending hordes of traffic to their website after writing a terrible article. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that 20 to 30% of Kotaku or Polygon's traffic simply relies on baiting people. Now, there's been a lot of hot takes when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077, something I will proudly purchase from GOG's GOG.com. Why do I buy from GOG or GOG Galaxies? Because then 100% of the money goes to the CD Projekt Red team, and they appear, from what I can tell, is to be a humble, gamer-first development company who deserves every penny. So if you're buying Cyberpunk 2077, just keep that in mind, that when you use GOG to buy it, they get all of the cash, which is just ideal. There's a couple articles and a couple of hot take tweets that I want to go through, as well as some brigading by Reset Era, and we're gonna all have a laugh together. So grab your Mountain Dew, your corn nuts, your Cheetos, crunchy, not puffs. Settle in for a nice little tale of hilarity. I hope you do enjoy these videos and me summarizing all of the hilarity and the yikes. If you do, remember to click like on this video. It really does help new people find the channel. We've had an amazing year so far, and it's going to continue if you all keep keeping me in line and helping me along the way. So we had a article called Cyberpunk 2077's E3 demo has weak weapon play and unimaginative stereotypes. Then we have the fetishized in-game ad from Cyberpunk 2077 raises some questions about how they may depict LGBT. So what we have is a tiny poster, okay, in like the corner of a stairwell. And if you zoom in, we see a little something peeking through here. Something Count Dankula might be interested in, But of course, you can't put that in there without having comments on it. And of course, hundreds or thousands of comments on a fake gaming website, gaming forum, Reset Era, who proudly calls themselves the largest gaming forum on the internet. I certainly hope that's not true. If you do still participate in forums and you don't want to take part in getting these folks advertising dollars, exclusivelygames.com/forum is a free forum with 0 ads and one rule and one rule only, and that is gaming only. Love to have you over there. Of course, Note the crotch of the person with the enlarged image. This is really yikes. It may not be so bad when removed from context, but the company's issue with transphobia, it doesn't have an issue with that. It made a joke about assuming gender, okay? It's not a company-wide mantra. They don't have, like, a sign above the lunchroom that everybody at CD Projekt Red pats when they walk through, like, yeah! You know, and endorsing some phobic ideas. Of course not. They had a tweet that reset era doxed the guy, led to the harassment of his girlfriend, his parents, like his 80-year-old dad, because he made a joke that they didn't like, of course. And, of course, they screech about it. And then we see images like, terrible work conditions, transphobia, tired understanding of Cyberpunk. Ooh, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, the game's only going to sell 15 to 20 million copies. I'm sure, you know, and all the people, by the way, I'm looking at you limited run games. I've got a video for you later tonight. I'm pretty disgusted with how you bent the knee as a freaking collector. See all those games up there? Those are all limited run games. Sorry, I digress. All right. Then, of course, we see people screeching about the cover art. This comes from a former CD Projekt Red employee. Have game with GD Keanu Reeves in it. Have amazingly cool-looking NPCs. Have extensively detailed and beautiful-looking full character creation. Pick the most boring pro-tag dude no one is going to play for all of your marketing materials. Collector's Edition for Cyberpunk 2077 confirms the horrible cover. Plus, the figurine is also the same pro tag guy. Why are they forcing him so much? Literally every single soul on this planet and their mothers are going to make a cooler protagonist in the character creation. The cover even looks worse when you realize Keanu Reeves. Okay, I get that we have to have opinions, you know, but this ain't it, Chief. You know, I think, to be honest with you, I am not a big character creator person. I just make my dude, unless I'm streaming the game or, like, we're playing it together on DLive or YouTube streaming, like, I spent more time designing my World of Warcraft Classic character, Sorcerer, than I've probably ever spent designing a character in World of Warcraft. I just don't necessarily care about all that stuff. I know some people do, and that's totally cool. Some people spend a long time making those characters, and that's awesome. We all game differently, but I don't. Dr. Ashley. Have we forgotten that Cyberpunk 2077 is being developed by a developer that puts out transphobic tweets? You mean had done one joke about assuming gender. Okay. Their parent company, GOG, tried to use the same resistance hashtag as promo. That crunch is undoubtedly going to be part of this production. Y'all, Keanu blind. Okay, well, crunch is a part of every video game production. I no longer care about that. If you work in the industry and you don't like it, quit. I don't know what else to tell you. Or go find another company that doesn't do it. Good luck. I know that's cold, but that's like saying being a coal miner is hard and leads to tough conditions, you know, late in life. You know, so don't coal mine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm over it. I'm over the crunch thing. You may not think it's important because it's not. But firstly, we shouldn't be supporting bigoted businesses. And secondly, those who fail to understand the trans experience will never understand the cyberpunk experience. No, I think I can. Honestly, I still think this game is amazing, but I'm so disappointed that they start out the marketing with a BA woman protagonist to another boring-looking white dude. I was even hoping the statue in the collector's edition might be this woman pictured, but it's not. Look, they know their audience. I don't know what to tell you. I don't buy figurines. I don't think most people do. This is for the whales. They obviously know their whales. I would like to have the chick too. I mean, if I had to pick either statue, it'd probably be the chick, and it'd be cool if it lit up as well. But I don't care. I'm not their target audience for that, and neither is Mommy Dom, I'm sure. Then we have this cyber sloth who calls at Mombot a fake Japanese woman, of course. Hey folks, let's talk about Cyberpunk, Japan in the 80s. Have you ever wondered why Cyberpunk as a genre is so steeped in Japanese imagery and references? Well, it's not just flavor text, it's xenophobia, everybody! That's right, I'm here to put politics in your video games. And then obviously long hot takes. Obviously don't contact any of these people. That is not what we do here. We point and laugh inside of our own little world, and that's it. Then we see this article on a trash website talking about Cyberpunk and its blemishes. Look, of course the game isn't going to be perfect. Of course. Of course! We know it's not going to be perfect. So having your nitpicks, okay, is reasonable. We have, 45 minutes of gameplay and endless trailers at this point. I think it's safe to say the game's going to be pretty awesome. The biggest worry I have will be if the campaign mode is less than 30 hours or something like that. That's my expectation. Is that too much? I think maybe that's too much. I come from a JRPG world where I want to play at least 20 to 30 hours of a campaign mode for $60. That's just me. But, you talk about, this article talks about the demo not showing enough, essentially. You know what's cool about this game, too, by the way? You can complete the entire game without really having to end anybody. Isn't that cool? You don't have to. You could play totally you could play this game as a pacifist if you want and still beat the game. On a very different note, the weapons look limp. Bullets pile into people as their health bars tick down, each shot lacking impact despite goon after goon tumbling to the floor. I'm hoping I won't need to resort to my weapon too often, though abilities like the turret manhandling spice up, which looks like piddly gunplay. And the demo later switches a strong character type back to controlling the Netrunner. When, and the cover's blown. We talk about that. I don't want to spoil too much of the game, but we also see, by the way, 4 paragraphs on this. I'm increasingly concerned about Cyberpunk's handling of non-white cultures. Last year, Gamescom demo drew criticism for its clumsy and inauthentic presentation of a Latino character. From who? I'm convinced that the Voodoo Boys are a step in the right direction. At one point, V, the player character, mockingly says, Who are dem, in response to Placide's pronunciation. I asked Tomaskowitz if he was concerned they weren't treating certain cultures with enough respect. Oh my God. Obviously, we're paying a lot of attention to representing different groups respectfully. There's always a risk. This is why every game should just have fake humanoid characters. Don't try to represent anybody IRL because these are the type of questions you're going to have to answer. Of course, we will have it in the back of our heads. We need to be careful. We are contacting different consultants to learn about specific groups. Our company has a variety of people with different beliefs. As for the animals, if you play through them, you'll see they're not mostly black folks. It's mixed. He told me that the city was mixed race, but backstory of a particular area concerned people being immigrants from Haiti. By itself, that would be fine. But near the end of the demo, we meet a white man in a suit and tie who gives us the information we need. He also tells us the Voodoo Boys are going to turn on us in the moment we've done our dirty work. And he is immediately proved right. The black thugs betrayed us, and the corporate white man said they would. Oh my God. Okay, look. It's a video game, first of all. Second of all, anybody is capable of betraying you, all right? Regardless of the color of their skin. And if you believe that this wouldn't possibly happen, I invite you to spend a weekend in downtown Chicago or Milwaukee. Come to Milwaukee where I live. Hang out for the weekend. If CD Projekt Red is trying to subvert expectations, if the punchline is, but sometimes thugs are really thugs, then that one doesn't land. It's hard to suppress excitement from last year's demo. If I had to fight to remind myself of the artifice and look past the intricate bombast to see sporadic wall of destruction and implausible drowning animations, we're still seeing only yet another small slice of the game that will be dozens of hours long. How much more do you need to see? We've seen 45 minutes of gameplay. Yikes. Yikes. And the idea that you call it a no-tell motel, these are like little jabs. These are supposed to be funny, but I guess humor is lost on the people who are perpetually offended. I, for one, I'm very, 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 very excited about Cyberpunk 2077. It comes out just a few days after my birthday next year. And I told my wife that what I would like for a birthday is 2 days of uninterrupted time full of Hot Pockets and G Fuel and just quiet down in the basement. She, of course, said, forget about it. You've got chores to do, but that's all right. One had to try. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.